Hello, my name is Kris. Welcome to Personal Financeology. Talk about personal finance and technology and how the two can be combined. Please click on the subscribe option. Also give this video a thumbs up if you find the information beneficial, and if you don't mind, please share the content through your social media. Let's jump into today's topic. The Equifax security data breach. So if you live under a rock and you don't pay attention to the news, or maybe you just don't care, but essentially what happened in 2017, Equifax had a security breach, and 147 million Americans had their personal data stolen from this breach. There are 327.2 million individuals in the United States. This means that 1 out of 2 people had their data stolen. Odds are, you probably did too. If you'd like to find out if you were affected by the breach, check out the website. I'll provide the link in the video and the description. If you're not familiar with YouTube, you can click on more in the description, and I provide details in the description for you to view. The old saying that history will repeat itself, it might be a cliche, but guess what? This is not the first time that this has happened, and probably not going to be the last either. Equifax originally was called the Retail Credit Company, and they had changed their name in 1975 to what it's known as today, Equifax. This company had rewarded their employees and given them perks and bonuses for collecting data that was negative on consumers. So this is what type of company we're talking about here. A company that rewards employees for collecting negative information on their own consumers. Think about that for a minute and let that sink in. Congress in the 1970s started hearings, and this prompted the name change, but it also led to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now that it's 2019, there's a settlement that has been reached for around $700 million. There are some problems with the promises that have happened. It's now 2019, we're about 3 years out from the security breach, and $31 million has been specifically earmarked so that consumers can receive $125 as a cash payment option, or you can choose credit monitoring. Now, $31 million divided by $125 means that only 248,000 Americans could actually receive the $125. The math does not add up here. It doesn't mean that you may not get money returned, but the settlement that was reached is around $700 million in total, and there's different earmarks for different amounts of money. $31 million was set aside for that specific $125 payout option. And now the FTC and Equifax are saying that basically they didn't anticipate such an increase or such a demand for that cash payment option. Within the first week, 4.5 million Americans visited the settlement website, which I'll also go ahead and provide in the description for you so that you can check it out. Do not be scammed by other sites. There's only one third-party administrator that is handling this settlement claim process. On July 31st, the FTC updated their blog. The FTC blog update read, "A large number of claims for cash instead of credit monitoring means only one thing. Each person who takes the money option will wind up only getting a small amount of money, nowhere near the $125 that they could have gotten if there hadn't been such an enormous number of claims filed." If that isn't a slap in the face, I really don't know what would be. Consumers can also opt for credit monitoring, which, again, this is sort of a slap in the face because for the first 4 years, you'll receive credit monitoring through the 3 credit bureaus: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Then, after those 4 years, you'll receive 6 more years of credit monitoring through Equifax, this lovely company. After that 10-year period, if you forget to cancel, guess what? Equifax is going to charge you, and they're going to benefit from this. So Equifax is not going anywhere anytime soon. On a side note, the good thing is that a lot of consumers have not experienced any negative consequences from this data breach. Attorneys do argue that there are individuals that have had their identity stolen and have been severely affected by the data breach. You can collect up to $20,000, but if you fall under this category, you are probably hiring an attorney or have already hired an attorney under this process. For those that were severely affected, this is a different pool of money that has been essentially earmarked to help those that were negatively affected and had their identity stolen. The hopes are that the money will help rectify the situation if you did have your identity stolen. Some other good news is that Equifax is being required to improve their security. Joe Simons, the FTC chairman, made in a statement, "This settlement requires that the company take steps to improve its data security going forward and will ensure that consumers harmed by this breach can receive help protecting themselves from identity theft and fraud." So there we have it. A nice little update. You might only receive a couple dollars instead of $125. The update also allows you to go back and make changes if you so choose to do so, which some argue that the credit monitoring is worth more in the long run, but when it comes down to it, a lot of people just want to see cold hard cash. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it if you've made it this far. Please give the video a thumbs up, share it on your social media, and also please feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching Personal Financeology. My name is Kris, and have a wonderful day.